Yeah, I'm not seeing conjugate yet.
Stay out of there. Come on, dude. Leave it alone. Oh, thank you.
No worries, conjugate. Okay, let me go ahead and accept. And then let me go ahead and add you to the group.
Is that a hat? Do you want me to put it on you?
Salt.
I don't think it'll fit anyone.
Is port. Okay. So right now, I'm basically getting guests from the community to go ahead and join.
Oh, shit, Daddy.
Oh, don't you look handsome? Is that your little hat? Okay.
Message.
Okay, well, I'm kind of busy. Hold on.
I know.
Well, I'm just saying.
I sent it a while ago.
Fair enough.
I'm just saying.
Okay, let me go to this person's profile and add you to the group. What?
Just the jumps you have to jump through to get everybody into your room.
Pretty much. I wish there was a...
Crazy.
Yeah, I wish that there was an invite all or something.
Yeah.
So I don't need him.
Oh. Shut up, you.
You're cute, Lovey. Okay, so we're waiting for one other person to join chat to give me my role preferences, but for now we should be able to go ahead and do this. So this time, let's go ahead and have Hadro. Hold on. Who dropped out? It was 9. Okay, so at this time, let's go ahead and have... Okay, so 9 is out, which means I need an assault, which is Hadro. Okay, so this time, let's do this. Hadrosaur, you're going to play Assault. Zalzin's going to remain as Medic. Trapper is going to remain as Cardboard. Support is going to be Portkey. And then the monster is going to be Striker again. I think that after as soon as I get Conjugates, we should be able to go ahead and start rotating through more. But let me go ahead and get the role preferences. But that's going to be the new roster this time around. Hey, Knight of 19. And then as for Dead, let me go ahead and invite you to the group. You like my almost stutter there. And then let me go ahead and... Oh, I'm sorry, I have so many freaking windows open. Coaching with Cal. Okay, for monster, of course. I seem to attract lots of monsters this way, which makes lots of sense. Okay. And then let me go ahead and invite you to the group. Keep your eye on the fruit. Okay. Dead. Invite to group. Coaching with Cow. Dead Rebirth, are you actually able to play tonight? Like, do you want me to go ahead and invite you to the chat room or just through the group for now? So we're still doing some community coaching with Cow. What we're going to be doing is also have all the supports being played as Bucket to help the community goal. Try and reach the 350 million damage mark. Oh, I love the skin. That's such a great skin. There might be. We're kind of... what's your role preferences, Dead? So right now, I'm coaching Evolve. I'm not sure if that's the question you were asking. But right now, I'm in observer mode. I'm basically coaching random people from the community that have joined up for a Steam community group. So what I do is I basically give coaching advice and strategy to these gentle people. And so what I will do is give them advice like during play, kind of like almost as if I was shoutcasting, but on a more strategic layer, trying to give advice. And then I'll upload these to YouTube, and then they can actually see the actual play-by-play. I also debrief them a little bit between rounds as well, but it's mostly the commentary that I upload to YouTube as well. Correct, Antiquity. Yeah, just to make people better in general. So basically, people are giving me their preferences, and I try and keep them in their first or second place as much as possible, and then going from there to see how well I can do. Hey, look, he's got the... Oh, he had the electric fields on. I love this skin. Such a great skin. It's so good. Okay, so if you're being sneaky, I'm not a big fan of, I've seen him do this a couple times. If you're being sneaky, I don't like him putting a body right there just because it makes it obvious that you probably went in that direction most likely because you wouldn't have had time to eat it and then go somewhere else. So it looks like that they're going to be coming down right now. And so now he's being a little bit loud, but they might not be able to see. So if they turn left, let's see if they can see him from here. So they might be able to see him actually from there. Yeah. And then they have trap jaws, so I don't know if they heard that, but we'll see. Okay, so he's outside. I normally see a lot of monsters. They usually farm in these little areas and then try and cut through the middle as much as possible. Okay, so he's off to a decent start. He's got a good amount of food right here, 6 meats. No signs of birds. Oh, and there's the carrion birds. Okay, so they should know where he is, so Bucket should be coming in very, very shortly. That bucket helmet. So hard to navigate that thing. So let's see. Oh, it looks like somebody got hit by something. Ah, blitz leopards. So. Oh, nice vortex getting rid of the UAV. I really like Kraken just because of that getting that. Like I was playing Goliath the other day and trying to hit a UAV with rock throw or with stage 1 flame breath was really hard actually. I really do like that skin. The blue and red just really, really cool looking. Really like it. Okay, so Trapper's actually all by himself with the support. Looks like that they're stealth. Oh, that dome. So that's going to be a good straight up dome. And I like that they're staying. They're waiting for the rest of their group to get over here. Nice harpoon. And let's go ahead. So there goes Val. Val's being targeted. So because the Bucket was using his stealth, it's going to be hard to kind of protect Val. But Val's doing a really good job. Right now, I wouldn't worry too much about healing a tiny bit of health. Basically, he should be running around these trees as much as possible, trying to just basically... That's all he's supposed to be doing, is just dodging as much as possible. And it doesn't look like he's going to get away. So that was unfortunate. I'm not sure if they stealth domed because they're afraid of not getting the dome off, or what. And so right now, I would really like to see him punish. Oh, good res. So now that Val's out of there. So now Val needs to do a really good job of just staying out of focus and try to heal Cardboard because Card's about to drop. Ooh, miss. Okay. So I do like the positioning of most of these turrets. However, now the dome's down. So that was a super good engagement for the Kraken. Two strikes and no permanent damage. Or no permanent damage to the monster. So extremely well for the Kraken. I feel like what the biggest thing for that was having that cloaked dome. The monster was going to you anyway, so the monster would have either turned back and then ran into your assault and medic, in which case he would be pressured. But I don't think you needed to dome, especially with the Griffin. Griffin's really good about securing domes, so I feel like that having that cloak would have been much better served to save the medic or the Trapper if they were getting focused, but most likely the medic. I would also like to see people bunny hopping more when they're shooting. It does make your accuracy slightly harder. Oh, and there's going to be that mammoth bird. But it makes it so that you don't slow down as much, which makes a big difference. So that way you're not lagging behind as much, because then the guys have to all wait up for you. So it looks like he's going back to evolving in the same spot as before. Let's see if they can spot him again. They might be able to dome him, but probably not. 3 vortex, 3 lightning. So a really high damage build. So let's see what happens. Oh, cardboard's just gonna. Oh, nice. Oh, 2 misses. That's the downside of having no aftershock or banshee mines, is that you kind of have a burst mode and a non-burst mode. So right now he's going to be playing a little bit more defensively, trying to eat some food. They need to do a lot of good job keeping him off the food. That's really important. So this position is actually really strong for him to be at. He can vortex people off, so he can actually bide his time up here really easy. And so I feel like that now that they don't know where he is, but this is a really strong position because basically Kraken can play King of the Hill very well. So we'll see what happens when they try and look for him. Yep, and then and there's gonna die. Oh no! Wow, miss. But a 3 vortex and a 3 lightning pretty much kills anyone at 1 strike. So let's see if and there's that medic. Good job. Really good swoop in with the heal burst, and the Kraken's away. I would love to see a little bit more Griffin. So as soon as the dome is about to go down, Griffin should be going towards the wall closest to where the Kraken's about, or the monster, not the Kraken, to go, so he can start harpooning as soon as the dome escapes. I feel like that's one of Griffin's strengths, and not having that ability kind of makes it a little bit harder. Yep. And so again, with 3 vortex, 3 lightning, and somebody at really low health, you can kind of just try and poke and prod as the Kraken. So the Kraken's in a really good, strong position right now. They did a little bit of good damage, so there was a good engagement for the hunters, and then Zalzin getting swiped by those aggressive monsters. So whenever you're running through the middle, it's just always hard to get out of there without getting a little bit of damage. So now that Kraken's at full armor, he's going to probably look to engage, and Kraken sees Zalzin with low health, so that has to be very careful with that. Basically what you might want to do is just kind of chase him until Zalzin's healed himself up to full, and then engage. Otherwise, one vortex, 1 lightning will take out Val. So you have to be really protective of that, and support should be really close. There's no need to tag with the UAV if the hunters are seeing the monster. So the support and the medic really kind of just need to be best friends on this right now. And there's the job, just playing keep away. Oh. And another miss. Unfortunate. So there's the dome. Oh, that's going to be rough. Trapper's about to go down. And no support, no cloak from the support. I feel like that was a bad opportunity. And now that everyone's all grouped up, yeah, that's just bad. But yeah, so this is where the game basically was just solved right there. I feel like support really should have had that cloak. I don't see any reason why the cloak wouldn't have been up. And pretty much GG for the Kraken. Just has to go and find Bucket. Bucket might be able to get away, but probably not. Probably should be finding the bodies actually right now. Or not bodies, but the footprints. I do like the medic is still using the heal burst to keep them both alive for a while, just in case the Kraken goes away and Bucket is able to come back. So Kraken's going to evolve to stage 3 without too much more resistance, but very strong engagement. Not sure why there was no cloak there. Yep. Okay. Now the hard thing with Bucket is Bucket it has a really hard time trying to keep a monster off of a relay. I think he just kind of evolved there because he knows that this is in the bag. And he just wants it for flair. For Banshee. I do like keeping the Tyrants alive, especially when you have a good 20 to 40 seconds left to get meat. I would have liked to have seen him keep a little bit of hostile creatures around the area of where the relay is. So the biggest thing you want to do is you always want to be pinging as Bucket. You always want to stay outside of that 70-meter range. And there was no reason to blow his cloak. There really wasn't. I feel like that was a mistake because now the Kraken will just be able to go and engage at any time. So there's the power relay. So it looks like everyone's going to be landing in a few seconds. Oh, unfortunate, landing way far away. So Bucket's going to have to basically be the solo. If he's lucky, he might be able to go ahead and keep him off long enough. But right now, the hunters are in a really bad spot. So if I were him, I would probably try and climb up a little bit more. Nope. Good dodge. I like that he's using a tree. Very nice. I like that he cloaked in here. Now, they do be careful because they do not want to get engaged in there with that build. Okay, so now that they're at full strength, unfortunately Val is at 2 strikes. That's really hard to deal with. But as long as Val can stay away, because her healing beam actually has a far distance. So as long as she can stay away and they don't group up, they might be able to have a chance. Oh, there goes. Oh, Bucket. Yep, and there goes Bucket. So without the cloak, or no, not Bucket, I meant Griffin. So the cloak should still be up. So cloak should be on Zalzin like right now. Yeah. Yeah, and they're all grouped up. So this is just going to be a pretty clean sweep for the Kraken right now. Oh, he might be able to get the res off. Nope. Nope, that's game.
Evil hell beast Kraken was evil.
Good game. So a couple of things. So the first dome was I feel like that using a cloak dome when you have Griffin was the biggest mistake. I don't think that Griffin needs a cloak in order to dome, especially a Kraken who doesn't have super burst anyway. So you would have either gotten the dome off, or the monster would have just kept going back towards the assault and medic and taking damage. Because once Zalzin was getting focused, there was no cloak for her, and so I feel that was probably the biggest mistake. Just because that first engagement was really, really rough because Val didn't have the support to be able to cover for her. Hold on, let me back out. Too late. Okay, sorry about that. So I think that first dome, I think that you probably could have done a lot better. I'm not, like I said, I disagreed with the cloak, just because Griffin's really, really good about snagging, especially Kraken, because Kraken's a pretty big target, and it doesn't have the burst velocity that the other guys do to have to dodge a dome, and so I think that was probably the big one. So then once that Val went down, then it kind of just snowballed from there. That being the case, later on, the second dome, or it might have been the third. I can't remember, but all three of you were grouped up. You all took a 3-point lightning blast, and at that point he was able to just pick you off one by one. The biggest thing against Kraken, again, is not to try and be too aggressive. Like, being aggressive against the Kraken will get you killed. So the whole entire object of the game is just to slowly whittle the health down, because all you have to do is just do a little bit of damage here, a little bit of damage there. The best thing to do against the Kraken is kind of treat it like a first-person shooter. You don't want to be on high ground ever against a Kraken, because one, you can just get vortexed, then you get separated from your team, and then it just eats you alive. So you always want to stay on ground, and you always want to try and use pillars, trees, to basically break line of sight, because if you break line of sight, you're going to make it really, really, really hard for the Kraken to land those shots. So good job on Striker. There were a number of misses with your lightning strike and not aftershock, with your vortex, that I felt probably would have helped. But in the end, there was just a lot of grouping up in general. That being the case, I have a couple of more people joining, so give me a moment. Let me go ahead and let's go ahead and reorganize in the chat room real quick. Task Force beat me to it. So we've got... Okay, give me 1 second to organize the spreadsheet now that we have a couple people join. Okay, so it looks like only one has replied so far. So many monster mains. Ironically enough, a lot of assaults are second choice this time. It's hilarious. Okay, so I think that that's everybody. Okay, so we're going to all back out. Let's head back to the chat room. I'm going to go ahead and organize another group now that we have a good number of people. So go ahead and leave, and then I will start sending out invites in just a moment.